Hello everyone, my name is David Sarah, and welcome to the Gen 6 tier list. This is a very nostalgic one for me. This game came out when I was in high school, and me and most of my friend group were religiously playing this. So, a lot of good memories from this generation. But let's hop into it with Chespin. Chespin, I like Chespin. I like the stars from this generation. They're very cute. I think Chespin's probably got the least amount of personality, to be honest, even though these sprites of like Froakie are not doing it many favors. I still think it's an A tier. It's very cute. Willadin, I've never seen, I mean, it's, yeah, middle stage syndrome and everything, but I've never seen a line drop the ball so hard. I don't want to put an, it's an F tier. It's so fucking ugly, man. It's not the worst middle stage ever, but that's gotta be up there. As far as Chestnut goes, I like Chestnut. Chestnut's not bad. I think the Chespin line is probably the worst line out of the, I'd say Chestnut's probably like a C. It's a C. It was fine in game. Fittikin, which is the next Pokemon on our list, was my original starter. I love this thing. It's very cute. It's not got a lot to it. It's kind of, it's a little plain. It's a little plain. I think it's still an A tier. It's very cute. It's a little hard to get through its theme until it gets to its next evolutions. But Braixen is where it starts to kind of get its like witch and like mage theme going on, which I like. I think it's an A. I think it's an A. It's good. This whole line's pretty good. I'm not as into Delphox, honestly. It's still good. I still think it's fine, but highest I would be willing to go with it is like A. It's one of those that are kind of forgettable too. I still like the mage theming as someone who exclusively plays spellcasters in TTRPGs. But the Froakie line is great. All of them are good. I think Froakie is like an A tier. It's honestly, it's grown on me so much since it originally came out. I love frogs. They're weirdly cute. I think it's an S tier. I think Froakie's an S tier. Frogadier. It's middle stagey. It's fine. I think it's like a B. Greninja. Yeah, Greninja is like the coolest one from this generation. I'm not that huge on it. I think it's a clever design. I think it's very smart what it is, but I think it's an A. Bumblebee is cute, but that's kind of all it got going on for it. The regional rodent is not a rat this time, which is interesting. I think it's like a C. Diggersby, I have never really liked this thing. It has the wrong energy. It goes from cute bunny to himbo daddy vibes, and it makes me a little uncomfortable. I don't know. I've never been a big fan of its design. It's like D. It's not too bad, but it's not my favorite. Fletchling. I like Fletchling. I do. Fletchling is like a good regional bird. I think it stands out a little less than maybe some of its line does. I'm gonna go B. It's cute. It's a robin. It's the regional bird. Fletchinder, I think it does about the same. I think it's also a B. It's a little bit more interesting than Fletchling, but it's still a burb. Talonflame. Talonflame is cool. I think it's an A tier Pokemon. It was very fun to use. It has the worst goddamn name, but it's like an A. It was fun to use. Scatterbug, it's the regional bug. It's kind of uninteresting. It's a little ugly. Like low C or like D tier. I think I'm going to put it in D tier. Same with Spupa. I think it's also a D. Vivillon, it's kind of just, it's a butterfly. You know what it is. It's like C. It has a lot of cool like gimmicks where the pattern on its wing will change depending on what region you're playing the game in, which is cool. It's a cool gimmick. Litleo, I think it's kind of meh. It's always been kind of meh. Like C. But Pyroar is quite awesome. I think it's a B tier. Actually, you know what? No, it's an A tier. It was cool. I used it a little bit. Flipabi's so cute, man. Like, it's very cute. It doesn't have much going for it other than that. And we never get the fucking AZ one, which is a missed opportunity, Game Freak. Floetta, I would also put in B. Florigist, I just don't like as much. It's, like, for the early fairy types, it's fine. It's definitely not the worst Pokemon in this generation. I would also just put it in C. It's alright. Skidoo's cute. It's a goat Pokemon. I think we don't have that many goat Pokemon. I think it's a B. Go-Goat. Go-Goat is also B or A. I like them pretty equally. Panchamp's so cute. It's so cute. I love its like Japanese delinquent vibes so much. And it just improves with Pangoro, which is just a fucking S tier, like all around. Honestly, my favorite fighting type in general. Farfru, it's a poodle. It's like C. Espurr and Meowstic. I love these little guys. I do. I love these little guys. I do like them quite a bit. I don't think they're the most interesting designs or the most inspired. I would be willing to put both of them in A tier though. The Hone Edge line. I do like these quite a bit. I like every evolution in this line. And I would be willing to put I'm going to put all of them in S tier. Spritzy and Aromatisse. Spritzy's fine. It's like C. It's cute. But what the fuck were they doing with Aromatisse? It goes enough. God, man. Look at that thing. Look at that fucking thing. That's so unbelievably ugly. Swirlix and Slurpuff. Like, Swirlix, it's cute. It's cute. And that's kind of what it's got going for it, but Slurpuff. Man, Slurpuff is so fucking... Why does that exist? That it's such a disappointment, man. It's just kind of it's a cake goblin. That's what it is. Inkay is like a B. No, B or an A. I could go with either one of them. It's like a B. I think it's interesting squid Pokemon. That's kind of all it is. But its evolution method is a little stupid. Although Malamar it's an A tier. It's fucking great. I loved it to pieces. I didn't really use it much, but Binacle and Barbaracle, both of these are F tiers. I've always hated these things. Skrelp and Dragalge. Dragalge, it's interesting. I think it's like low A or higher B. I think that would be perfect for it. But I love Dragalge. It goes in S. Although I could be willing to come down to Clauncher and Cloutzer. They're not bad. I'm not huge on them, so I'm going to put both of them in C. Helioliptile. I think it's very cute. I don't think it has much going on for it. It's kind of meh. It's interesting enough. I'm not a huge fan of it. Same with Heliolisk. Although I think its design has grown on me over the years. I actually quite like it a little bit more. I might be willing to put it in B. Alright, Tyrant, it's an A. It's cool. I think it could go down to a B, to be honest. But Tyrantrum is like an S tier. It's by far one of the coolest like designs for a fossil Pokemon. Amora, I also like. Let's move both of the like first form fossil Pokemons down to B. I like them. I'm just not huge on them. But both of their evolutions are great. Like, Aurorus is also like an S tier. Sylveon, I love Sylveon. We finally got another evolution after waiting for like an entire generation. I think it's an S tier. I used mine quite a bit, even though it's a pain in the ass to get, quite frankly. But I liked it quite a bit, so I'm gonna put an S. I also quite like the fairy type. Controversial opinion, but I think it was a decent way to like balance out some of the weaker types and like steel and poison, and like give a decent nerf to dragon types. It was a decent balance. Holucha, I've never been a big fan of this. I know a lot of people like it. I'm kind of neutral on it, so I would say B or C. It does have a hell of a lot of personality though, so I'm gonna put it in B. Dedenne, one of the best rat clones. It's very cute, and it does have a good type. As far as most of the rat clones don't have that interesting of typing. I quite like Dedenne. I don't think it's strong enough to really carry it. I didn't really use it on team, but I do like it. Carbink it's just kind of a rock. It's just a rock. Put it in D tier. Gumi, I think it's fine. I'm not huge on Gumi. I think it could go to C. Yeah, C. C's fine. And Sliggoo is just kind of middle stagey. I would also put in C. They're fine. They're not awful or anything. I'm not that big into them. But Goodra, I would absolutely put at S tier, honestly. I honestly fucking love this thing. Oh, Klefki. Oh, people hated Klefki. People still hate Klefki. I think it's fine. I wasn't into its design, but there was a really annoying strategy. Very fun to use on people. Also, its typing's like pretty interesting. Like, I'm not gonna put it in S tier or anything. I think B. I'm actually quite fond of Klefki. I know a lot of people fucking hate it. I hated it the first time I saw it too, but it's grown on me over the years. Phantump and Trevenant. I mean, they're ghost type, dude. Like, let's be realistic. You know where these are going. They're going at A for Phantump. It's cute. It's very cute. Yeah, A for both of them, honestly. They're not my favorites from this generation, but I like them quite a bit. Like, Phantump's cute, Trevenant's awesome. Pumpkaboo, why did I pronounce it like that? Pumpkaboo is alright. It's kind of a gimmick. It's like C. Both of them go in C. Same with Gorgeist. Bergmite, like D. And Evelyn also goes in D. I don't like either of these Pokemon. Noibat it's fine. It's kind of a bat. That's kind of its deal. It's like C. But Noivern I do like quite a bit. I think it's a cool dragon. It goes an A. Xerneas. Man, Xerneas was great. So it was like a staple of my team. So I'm gonna put an S tier. Yveltal, it doesn't have as good typing. I really liked its design when I was a teenager. I'm not as fond of it now. I think it's like a B. Zygarde is very weird. I think its design worked, honestly. Its typing's good, like Ground and Dragon. That's just a good typing. I definitely used it quite a bit. I would be willing to put it in A or like B. Either one would work for me. I'm gonna put it in B. Deontay's fine. I've never used it. I've never had one. I'm gonna put it in B. It's fine. It's better than Carbank at least. I love Hoopa's design, and it has so much personality. I've never used one. I don't have one. I'm gonna put it in S. Then Volcanion, it's not an F, it's a D. Its typing is really interesting, but that's kind of all it's got going for it. As far as I know, I don't have one. I've never used one. Alright, but I'm gonna leave this one here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. Like, subscribe, do all the YouTube nonsense, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!